Hello, love, and welcome back, or welcome to What I Am Seeing. In today's session, we have made it to our fourth part in our four-part series of loving and supporting you through the cycles of transformation. There have been 4 phases, 3 previous phases. Today is the 4th, and today's focus is going to be on expansion. And since this is the expansion phase, I thought we'd experiment with lighting our 2 fiery crackly candles today and see how that sounds. I feel like hopefully it will sound like tiny little fireworks going off in celebration of making it to this phase in the cycles of transformation. So we'll see what that sounds like. But as I shared in the other sessions, that I first learned about these cycles of transformation through my teacher, Karen Curry Parker, in like 2018 or 2019. And she actually teaches that there are 3 phases, which is disruption, liminality, the void, and expansion. But over the years, through my own personal experience, I have felt like there's actually 4 distinct phases. So I've added a phase to the 3, making it 4. And it's actually the phase 3, which is emergence. So it's you go through disruption, you're in the void, and then before you get to expansion, I have come to experience this space and place of emergence. So after that is the expansion. And we all go through these cycles, we all go through these phases, and they're actually not linear. And there's no specific length of time in each phase. There's no rules. There's no set parameters or anything like that. It's just having an awareness of exactly what phase you're in your life helps you feel a little bit more in control, helps you feel a little bit more empowered, because you have this awareness of what's going on and then the understanding of its purpose, because each phase, everything we go through has a purpose, but each phase specifically has a very intentional purpose for us going through it and enduring it and making the best out of it. So having this awareness of these phases has really personally helped me tremendously in my own life. So I hope they help you as well. Okay, let's light our first crackly candle. And instead of a fire, a bonfire, we're going to pretend they're little tiny fireworks going off in celebration of you. And you being the magnificent multidimensional being that you are. So resilient, so wise, discerning, and enduring all that you've journeyed through thus far in your life. Especially to get to this phase of expansion, which we'll talk more about specifically. So we have our chamomile and oak moss, and our melon blossom. They sound like little celebratory fireworks. Maybe. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that's what's happening. We're celebrating you getting to this phase of expansion. So as I said, there are these 4 phases, and it's in a spiral. And you can think of the spiral as like a funnel, and it's not actually linear. So meaning we can have something that has disrupted our life, something shocking, some kind of event. And from that we can be in this void space, this liminality, swimming through the void after we've healed through the disruption and looking forward, planning, patiently waiting for clarity for what's next, and another disruption can come. Or you can be through disruption, you got through the void and you're in emergence, and another disruption can come. Or you can quickly and swiftly move through disruption, the void, and then blast through emergence and into expansion. And it kind of just repeats. You can ebb and flow and kind of dance through each of these phases, but dependent on what you're experiencing and going through, you can easily see what cycle you're in. That's why I wanted to create these sessions individually, so that depending on what stage and phase that you're in, you had a space to go to where you could receive that love and support and not feel like you're going through this alone. And remember, we're not trying to rush through each of these phases. We are aware and understanding that they need to run their course. And so what that allows you to do is have more grace, more love, and compassion for yourself. Because each one comes with its own set of challenges. So you have made it through phase 1, which is the disruption. So you've had this tower moment, the old version or the old situation or circumstances, the old story that you've outgrown is gone. It is crumbled down to the ground. It no longer exists. You are not the same, and you are allowing yourself the space and time to heal, to come into this place of acceptance for the old being gone and not knowing what's up ahead, allowing yourself the time to go through the stages, the 7 stages of grief that we talked about in phase 1's session. And after you've come to that place, however long and however you need to go through that process, after you have allowed that, then you move into phase 2. You swim into the void. You're in this liminality phase where you've explored who you are no longer. You've looked at patterns and reframed them and your narrative, your story, so that you know that you cannot go back to who you used to be or to how things used to be. And now you are deliberately and consciously creating a new path, a new story. You're building new goals and new visions. That's what you're doing in the void. While you're also cultivating your faith, and you're cultivating this patience, because you can't rush this process. And each element and bit and piece and part is important. And then you eventually start to feel yourself moving into this emergence where you feel some things shifting and clicking, and you're not quite completely in that unknown void space, but you're not yet into expansion. So you're in phase 3, which is the emergence. And you kind of are getting little bits and pieces of clarity that are coming in. And you're starting to feel that momentum build a little bit. A little excitement. Finally, that there's some movement, some clarity, some planning that you can actually start to do to maybe see if that's the next right step for you to take. So this is actually the phase 3, the emergence, where you really need to be patient and grounded and anchored into your body and the present, to trust in divine timing, because you're so close, you're on the edge, you're on the cusp of blasting off into expansion, finally making it after all that you've endured. So it's like the last stretch, the last bit, and you really need to anchor into that gate 55 energy of faith and trust in divine timing, that's going to then be the catalyst into the expansion. And you are laying the groundwork, setting the stage, doing all of the things that you can do to help be prepared for when that click comes in its time, which is then phase 4, the expansion, which is what we're focusing on in this session. And that's the expansion, is when there is that click, there is that green light, and it's like all systems go. And this expansion phase is where you're going to be very intentionally and mindfully and deliberately sustaining this trajectory of your authentic growth. So we're going to use 2 crystals. First is going to be our citrine, this beautiful, beautiful piece of citrine. Just tap into this energy, receive this beautiful energy of the citrine. This is going to help you focus on what's good, what is working, what's moving forward. And we're going to anchor in the remembrance that happiness is a choice. It's something you have control over. Your perspective, your mindset, it's a choice that you get to have every day. You can choose it at any time, through any circumstance, as a conscious decision to look for the light in every situation. So what we're going to do is use this citrine to anchor in this expansion energy. We're just going to anchor it in to your mind, to your body, to your heart space, to remember, to help you, to support you in remembering that everything that you just went through is what brought you here, to where you are, to who you are, that it all was purposeful, it was vital, it was all for your highest good, your highest timeline. Nothing was wasted, it was all on purpose, for a good purpose, for your human growth and for your soul growth. So we're just going to, again, anchor this energy in, imprint and embed in this phase, that we are putting this transformation that you've come through, you're putting it in to action. All this transformation, you are now getting to put it into action in this expansion phase. You are increasing your power. Who you be. You are a powerful being, a magnificent, multidimensional, one-of-a-kind grand design. And you are now getting to be a new, expanded, new level of that beautiful energy and essence for yourself and for the world. So we're just anchoring that in. We're also amplifying and anchoring in the increase in your influence. Increase in your influence in this expansion phase. We're increasing your influence. We are increasing your vibration, your vibrational frequency with the citrine, abundance, sun, success. Claiming and embodying what is rightfully yours and who you truly are. Being able to fully expand into all that you are, all that you came here to be. Increasing your vibration, raising your vibrational frequency, elevating. Increasing your capacity and potential of your alignment with your abundance and support. Gate 2 energy, allowing yourself to receive all of the necessary support to sustain this new transformational, transformative power and energy into action, to continue the momentum forward in a beautiful, sustainable, aligned way. And last but not least, we are anchoring in the remembrance of this phase, of these feelings, sensing, knowing, for when the cycles repeat themselves again. Because they will. It's part of our human experience. While we're in form, there will always be a cycle that we're in of transformation. It's part of the whole purpose and point of us being here. So it can be expected and not anything to be feared or dreaded, but just known and understood, so that you can give to yourself what you need as far as love and support goes in every phase of the cycle. Okay, love, so next we're gonna take this beautiful piece of pyrite. We're gonna go another level and layer deeper into anchoring in this expansion space and energy into your mind space, into your heart space. Isn't it so beautiful? Pyrite is the crystal of inner spark. It's perfect for this expansion phase. It blocks out all the external noise from your mind, from other people's emotional energy, so that you can just focus on your own soul's guidance through this expansion phase, focus on what you want to continue to create. It'll help you stay grounded and diligent in this phase towards your goals, empowering you to move forward with courage no matter what lies ahead, so that you can create the beautiful, shining life you so deserve. So we're just going to use this to anchor in this energy and remembrance again, so that you can recall it easily when you find yourself in this phase. And remember to continue to set goals that support you, that are aligned with your type, with your energy type, supporting you to continue to construct your new empowered personal narrative that you've rewritten. And you can continue to use quantum human design, the language, the understanding, to help you do this as well. We're helping you to be able to be forward thinking, to see the big picture, higher perspective, to be able to easily identify any hiccups or obstacles along the way, and be able to find easily the resolution or solution to help to keep you on course and moving forward, helping you to stay actionable, keeping that forward momentum, keeping yourself open, being aligned, listening to your higher self, higher guidance, trusting your intuition, following your truth, giving yourself what you need to maintain your sustainability, knowing when to work, knowing when to rest, just really being kind and loving and supporting to yourself and to your body. And you're able to use this time to even stockpile your energy and resources. Just really use your time wisely and productively, and planning ahead, because you know that the cycles repeat and the expansion phase doesn't last forever, because there's new growth that needs to happen. And that's what those disruptions do, or you might decide to intentionally disrupt, right? That's when you intentionally take a move or make a decision that you know is going to cause disruption, but it's in your best interest and for your highest good and more in alignment. So you go ahead and make that intentional disruption versus not listening and resisting and then getting that cosmic 2x4. So you're able to identify these seasons of expansion and really understand that the goal of this phase is this conscious and intentional growth. So you're kind of making the best out of this season, making the best out of this phase. Okay. Alright, love. Next up, we're going to take quantum essence. We're going to seal this in to continue to support you on this energetic level for all of your subtle bodies. And then we'll wrap up by pulling a Riverstone as your reminder. We'll see what the message says as your reminder for this phase. And then you'll be complete. So this one is be who you be. Be who you be. It's this essence. That's so beautiful. Be who you be. We're going to seal this in. And this expansion phase for you to remember to continue on your unique path with strength and courage, with focused determination, knowing that you get to fulfill your purpose and mission and be who you be in alignment with doing what it is that you want and desire to do. This blend is supporting you to express your unique talents and gifts, to show up in the fullness of who you are, who you be, unapologetically, authentically, expansive, and open to possibilities, so that you can fulfill your passions, your dreams, live the life that you desire, that you're working to co-create with the divine. That you can feel like you're making your contribution to the world, to the planet, taking up your rightful space and place. And we're just gonna roll some of this in. Remembering that this phase is about your conscious and intentional growth. And what that takes is having a good mindset. Gate 47 in our Ashna, the gate of mindset. Having awareness of your mindset in this phase and each of the other phases as well. A good mindset isn't something that you just have. It's something that you cultivate. So this blend, the Be Who You Be, is going to help you cultivate this good mindset and seal that in. So assisting you and supporting you in the expansion phase, aside from this quantum essence, you can anchor in this new mindset and anchor in this expansion energy by becoming aware of your thoughts and actions and words. You can do something new daily. You can be open to constructive feedback. Remember to not compare. Comparison is the thief of joy. So no comparing yourself to others. You can reprogram any negative self-talk during this time. There's a healing mantras playlist on the channel that can help you reprogram negative self-talk. You can check that out if you haven't. Helps to heal your inner child, reprogram that negativity into possibility and positivity. Realize that you are getting better and growing with each step of every day, like titration, just 1% each day, one little drop at a time. You are becoming more and more and more into the fullness of your being, more comfortable and more confident, and stepping into your power, into your place that you're meant to have here. And we're sealing in the remembrance of expecting that there needs to be some effort when it comes to growth, right? We need to put effort into the things that we do. It's worth the effort. It's worth the intention. It's part of the process. We're sealing in the remembrance for you to listen to your body, to trust your authority, listen to what your body is telling you, listening to your emotional theme by type. Listen to your emotional theme by type. What is it trying to tell you and show you? You can regulate your environment to support you both inside and out. Remember to stay in the state of gratitude, Gratitude is the gateway, the portal to innovation. Staying in gratitude actually influences divine timing. So keep in mind what you're grateful for. Focus on the results you've gotten thus far. Remember this feeling. Continue to imagine. Continue to focus on the results that you want or the results that you're getting. Define what success means to you. It means something different to everybody. What does success mean to you? Contemplate that, journal about that. Focus on your big why. What's your big why? Do you know your big why? Why you want to be doing what you're doing? Why you have the desires that you have? What's your big why? Showing up, continuing to do the work, for not giving up, at times feeling like you're pushing through because you know that it's worth it. Why? What's your big why? What's the reason? What's the desire, the passion behind it all? That helps to keep you focused when times seem really challenging, when the struggle or the obstacles seem really big or a little out of control. Keeping focus of your big why helps to remind you, oh, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Oh, this is why I keep showing up. And lastly here, we're just sealing in your new story. The new narrative, this new up level, this new expanded version. So much beautiful growth, so much evolution. And remember, to stay sustainable, you need to give yourself what you need. So that could be rest, consistent rest, renewal, restoration, regeneration, remembering to resource yourself so that you can remain sustainable and keep going and keep flowing into your expansion. Alright, love, as we wrap up, we've been pulling a Riverstone, which is so calming and grounding. For each of these phases, so they have a little word saying on them, so that way during each phase of the cycle of transformation you can have this reminder to keep you grounded and anchored into understanding the purpose of each phase, helping to keep you focused and centered. So let's see what the message is for our final phase of expansion. Inspire. Inspire. You are inspiring. You are an inspiration. You are inspiring others. And be mindful of who is inspiring you. We're all in this together. Everything that you go through is not just for your own growth and journey and evolution, but others who are witnessing you, seeing you, hearing your stories. It's inspiring. You are an inspiration. You not giving up. You sharing your heart, sharing your journey, sharing your dreams, doing what you do, being who you be is an inspiration to those around you, to those in the world, to people you probably don't even know. You may not be informed about that you have inspired or positively impacted and affected their life in such a beautiful way, gave them hope. So remember, inspire, inspiration, and this expansion phase, and then also contemplate who has inspired you. What are your inspirations? Who do you think about, or who comes to mind, or that you reflect on to encourage you, to inspire you when you're going through these different phases in life? How have they positively impacted you? What's inspiring about them? I bet you have some of those exact same qualities that are inspiring to others. So keep going. The world needs you to be who you be. There's only one you. And the world needs you to be who you be. Authentically, unapologetically. So I hope that these sessions help you, love, when you find yourself in disruption, in the void, in emergence, in expansion. May you come back to each of these sessions depending on what phase you are. And I ask you to reflect right now, what phase of life are you in right now? Were you aware of these cycles, and what phase are you in right now? And how can you love and support yourself, or what do you need to feel loved and supported through this phase? So you can let us know, the community here, what phase of life are you in right now? Are you in disruption? Are you in the void? Are you in emergence? Are you in expansion? And we would love to just love on you and support you, and hopefully you found these sessions supportive for whatever phase that you're in. And just remember that you're not alone. We're all in this together, and we all go through this as part of our human experience. So love, you are all set to either continue on with your day or sink into a deep sleep to wake up tomorrow renewed, refreshed, and reknown. I look forward to our next session together. May you remember, you are loved, you are light, you are love. I know who you are in truth. I know what you are in truth. I know how you serve in truth. You are free, you are free, you are free. I am you, you are me, and we are one.